Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to be with you this afternoon on the porch. I'll try to be concise about this because I can see there's a large crowd waiting to use the entire porch. But this is a great occasion. I'm here to talk about the new International Trade Crossing. I'm happy to be joined by several people today up here on the porch. Sandy Baruja from the Chamber, who's done a wonderful job with this conference. Mark Murray from Meyer to talk about the West Michigan perspective on the bridge. And then we've got some outstanding people from the labor community. I'm happy to be with Bill Black from the Teamsters, Joe Abdu from the electrical workers, and several other people. So it's a great coalition to say it's about Michigan's future. And the real point of today is to say the bill to do the bridge authority was introduced today. So we're on the path to build a bridge. I hope to see that legislation get done in the next month so we can move forward in a positive way. I would remind people the legislation is to do an authority to build the bridge. Because the focal point is this bridge is a project that will be built by a private party, financed by private sources, and run by a private party with great assistance in terms of the infrastructure from the country of Canada in partnership with the state of Michigan. So I'm also glad to say Roy Norton, the Consul General from Canada, is with us today. And happy to have him with us, and I appreciate the support from Canada for this project, because the whole topic here is not simply about a bridge. It's about international trade. And underlying international trade is the topic of jobs. We need more and better jobs in Michigan. And if you look at our relationship with Canada, which I view as truly special, Michigan exported about $44 billion of materials last year. 49% of that was with Canada. And if people wonder about the future of our trade with Canada, it is a fast-growing opportunity. Just from 2009 to 2010, our trade with Canada, our exports, grew by 36% in that one-year time period. So there's a great path to a positive future there. And if you look at it, it's not just a Detroit issue in terms of building this crossing. It's a Michigan issue. Because what it will do for Michigan is broad-based. It's about our manufacturing sector. And we have great support from the manufacturing sector here, from the original equipment sector, along with our OEMs themselves are supportive of this project, to our agricultural community. It will make a difference through all corners of Michigan because of the agricultural aspect. In fact, one thing I like to remind people, we did some research, and we were able to show that if you looked at Grand Rapids versus Detroit, actually a larger percentage of jobs in the Grand Rapids area are export related than even Detroit. So this will have positive impact in all corners of Michigan. So we need another crossing. And to put life in perspective for you, I'm not anti-Ambassador Bridge, I'm pro-international trade. Our goal here is to have all our crossings thrive and flourish. Now there's a lot of misinformation on this topic. And to put life in perspective for you, I think a great illustration, I did bring a little show and tell today. Because there was another case of another bridge. And the criticisms of this other bridge was, one, it would destroy jobs. Two, there wasn't enough demand for the bridge. And three, the tolls wouldn't support it and would need state subsidies. Now what bridge was that? Well, the beautiful part is actually Larry Rubin wrote a book on the topic, and it was called Bridging the Straits. So in many respects, many of the criticisms you're hearing, we've been to this movie before, and it turned out good. So as you look behind you and see this beautiful bridge that has been a wide-scale success for our state, let's do it again in a constructive, positive way. So I think it's a great opportunity to work together. Because this is a situation, as the legislation shows, we will not take on any debt for our citizens. We will not do this at the expense of our citizens. This is truly a win-win for all of us, for our great partners in Canada, for all our citizens in Michigan, and for all our businesses. So I'm really fired up. It is time to build the bridge in terms of a metric. And with that, let me turn it over to Sandy for a few comments. So Sandy, thank you for being with us.